literally it looks like you got Botox if you use a guasha consistently. My favorite tip that I can give for growing long, healthy hair is using... The other compliment I get a lot is that my skin is so smooth. This really contributes to it. Hey guys, it's Iman and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to share with you my clean beauty routine. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed with looking and feeling my best, and it's very important to me that I do those things naturally because it's healthier for you in the long run and keeps you looking youthful and radiant much longer. Growing up, my mom would teach me how to take care of myself and do beauty remedies at home naturally. So I'm going to share some of those things with you and a few things I learned along the way. We're going to go over my favorite skin, hair, and beauty remedies. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to try to do this in order of what I do at the beginning of my day towards the end of my day. So the first thing that I do every morning before I do anything is I oil pull. Now I know we've seen this all over TikTok. This is an ancient Indian tradition for maintaining good oral health, and this also whitens your teeth really, really well. So instead of doing those traditional whitening strips that you can buy in the store, I prefer to oil pull because it's healthier for you. It's a form of lymphatic drainage because it's removing all of the toxins that accumulate in your mouth during your sleep, and it gives you a really nice smile. So this one by Guru Nanda is my favorite. I got it at the Natural Products Expo in March earlier this year. I am opening up another bottle because I use this so often, and I'll show you how to do it. This is very popular in Ayurveda. You're gonna hear me say that word a lot. Basically what Ayurveda means is a system of traditional medicine from India. Ayurveda recommends you to oil pull every morning because it supports fresh breath, gum health, and it cleanses you physically and spiritually. And I like this one specifically. Of course, you can get other brands, but I like this one specifically because it has a few essential oils like spearmint, peppermint, cardamom, fennel, tea tree clove, oregano, and it also has vitamin D, E, and K2, which is really good for your bone health and your gum health. Every morning, empty stomach, first thing when I wake up, I pour out like 17.5 milliliters of this. This is just coconut oil and essential oil. And what I do with it is I swish it around in my mouth for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you first start doing this, it may be a little bit difficult to you, but I promise you'll get used to it and you'll build more of a tolerance for it. So, cheers. I'm back, and here are the results of just that short time period. I think I did it for like 10 minutes, and my smile definitely looks more white. The number one compliment I get all the time is on my smile, and people ask me like which whitening strips I use, and I say I use oil pulling. I don't use whitening strips. Fun fact, when I first got my braces off when I was like 13 or 14, something like that, I religiously used whitening strips. Like the day I got my braces off, I went and I used whitening strips, and I used it like twice a day, every day for 2 weeks. And my teeth have never hurt more in my life. Still to this day, my teeth are sensitive because of that. And I'll never put myself through that torture again when we have a natural alternative like Guru Nanda. The next thing that I do following oil pulling in the morning is I use my guasha. Now, guasha is very popular in traditional Chinese medicine, and using it with a cleansing oil gives you so many benefits for your face. Like literally it looks like you got Botox if you use a guasha consistently. I'll just read you some of the benefits of guasha that I wrote down. It gives you anxiety relief, depuffs your face, and reduces inflammation in your face. It sculpts the jawline and the cheekbones. Pain relief if you do it like on your neck too. I get a really sore neck and jaw, and this brings so much relief to me because I have TMJ. It improves blood circulation, and that's why like your face looks super plump and just flush and youthful after you use it. It drains the lymph, which is stagnant fluid that causes the inflammation and makes your face look super puffy. Like you hear some people say they have like moon face or a really puffy face. This helps soothe that, trust me. And it reverses early signs of aging, which is amazing. I wish more people did this in my generation than just jumping straight to the cosmetic procedures. Not that I have anything against cosmetic procedures, but I feel like there's just certain steps that we should take before going to that. You know what I mean? Let's get started. First thing you want to do is have an open neck, remove any jewelry, and tie your hair up out of your face. Now, like I mentioned, I like to use this cleansing oil. This is by Mixun. It's a bean cleansing oil. I got this as PR and just loved using it with my guasha ever since. Before we even put this guasha on our face, we need to open up our lymph nodes and stimulate them so that when we drag the fluid down, it has, you know, the areas open to detoxify them and not just get stuck and cause more inflammation. So this is very important. The first thing that we do is open up our armpits because we have lymph nodes here. You're gonna make circular motions 10 times. This one's always awkward, but you get used to it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The next place is right above the collarbones, so it's circular motions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like to do it right here underneath my jaw 10 times. 4. Next spot is by our nose. We're gonna just press on either side of our nose 10 times. That always relieves some congestion for me. And now the last spot is right between our eyebrows, circular motions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I'm gonna take my cleansing oil, just put some in my hands. Apply that to my chest. This is actually my favorite part. Like when I'm in bed and I'm having trouble getting up in the morning, I think about this and I'm just ready to start my day. Because it makes you look so snatched, like you just want to get up and look hot, you know what I mean? Now with my guasha, I'm going to use the flat edge. I'm going to press it onto my chest underneath my collarbones and move it towards the side 10 times. I'm always tense in my chest because I work out. And I don't know, for some reason it just always builds up in my chest, so this really helps relieve that tension. I just move gradually up to the top. I'm gonna do some around my neck because that's where I get really bad stiffness and it often translates into migraines. Not often, I get chronic migraines, let's be real. It's not fun. Actually, my head hurts a little bit right now, but we're gonna push through because I want to give you guys a good video. Now onto my neck, just gonna gently drag it around, and I hear so many like cracks and pops because that's all just like built up inflammation and even scar tissue from the pain. And it's normal if it starts to get a little bit red, that's just blood circulating more in that area. Now I like to get into my jaw. Using this edge with the divots, I'm gonna go along my jaw, and using like a firm hold, I'm gonna go down my jaw and then down my neck. We're gonna do this 10 times, slowly. I like to go over it one more time, and if I feel any like resistance or like pops, I like to actually just push it out because that's all the built up inflammation. Now for the smile lines. I smile a lot because I'm a very happy girl and everything just works out my way all the time. So to do that, I'm gonna hold my mouth to the side like this. And I'm gonna take this flat edge, flat against my skin also. And I'm gonna push that to the side 20 times, like short little slides. Perfect. Now you see my face is already getting so snatched. We love to see it. Now we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna drag it all the way to the side and then down our neck 10 times. Beautiful. The next part we're gonna work on is our under eye. We're gonna take this pointy edge and just gently swipe underneath our eye like that, like barely any pressure, 20 times. Next, we're gonna do our eyebrow 10 times. We're just gonna swipe it. Ooh, you see I got that arch back. Now we moved all the fluid to the side. We're gonna bring that back down to our neck. Now towards the end, I like to work on my chin a little bit. I'm just gonna take this flat side again and I'm gonna push it back a few times. And that is the guasha routine. After you do that, it's really important that you hydrate as well so that you don't feel like sick. At least for me, I feel like nauseous if I don't hydrate well after that. Sometimes if I have time, I like to take an ice cube too and just de-puff along my under eyes, and also when I'm having a breakout, because as we see right now, I'm having a bit of a hormonal breakout, and even though I can't really control it because it's my health, I can reduce the inflammation. Now I'm gonna go cleanse my face. The only cleanser that I use, I promise this is not Cap, is my mom's cleanser. This is the soap bar that we made in my previous video. This is the activated charcoal soap, and it's perfect for when you're having breakouts like this because it draws out the impurities without overly drying your face. I'm gonna cleanse with the soap and I'll be back with the next step. Now the next step I like to do after gua shaing and cleansing is using a clay mask. My favorite clay mask is also from my mom, but she sources it in Morocco. This is natural and it comes from mineral deposits, so it's very rich in natural minerals, and it's ground into a fine powder, and it completely firms your skin and helps remove your acne by pulling out the excess oil, which I have a little bit too much of right now. So I'll show you how to do this. And if you don't have this, any other clay is really good as well. Another popular one is the Aztec Indian clay. I think that one you can get at most supermarkets. I've used that before. That one's crazy. It makes your face like pulsate, but I like this one. It's my favorite. I'm gonna pour this into a little bowl. The cuter, the better. And I like to mix that with rose water. And the consistency that we want is just like a toothpaste consistency. I do the mask a few times a week, really just when I need it. Like if I'm having a breakout like this, I'll do it like 3 times a week and just space it out. But the guasha I do every day, or at least try to. This is what it looks like. And it would be really smart if I put my hair back. Okay. Not the Stanley dropping water everywhere. Now I'm gonna apply this to the spots, and we're gonna leave this on until it dries. It dries pretty quickly, so we're only gonna leave it on for about like 5 minutes. When I start looking really scary, that's when you know it's time to take it off. I said spot treat, but it's basically my whole face that needs a little bit of help right now. I'm gonna leave this on for about 5 minutes and we'll wash it off. This is a great exfoliator and it naturally firms your skin, and I wish more people would do this. When it looks like this, it's ready to take off. Remember, anytime you take off a clay mask, to use warm water and remove it in circular like motions. You don't want to scrub it off because that's not nice for your skin. Okay. So my favorite tip that I can give for growing long, healthy hair is using Indian hair oil. Now this one I grew up with because my mom is Indian and she grew up with it and her grandma grew up with it. And I'm just so grateful that I grew up in this family because look at my hair. Mashallah, that means thank God. And so my mom passed down this recipe to me and we make it pretty often. I made this on my TikTok recently. The herbs in the oils are amla, fenugreek, and rosemary, which promotes hair growth, thick hair, reduces hair loss, and also reverses early signs of aging and gray hair. And in the souffle version with cocoa butter and shea butter, it makes your hair very, very soft. So I'm gonna put this mask in. I put it in the fridge so it's nice and cool when I put it on my scalp, perfect for this hot weather. You see, it's just like a butter and it melts in your hand like that. The steps to do this, first you should brush out your hair, make sure you detangle it well. I don't know how I'm gonna do that right now. I'm just getting excited, I just wanna show you. I prefer to use a brush that doesn't have like fabric on it like the traditional brushes so that you can clean it out easily. Make sure you start from your ends and work your way to the top. I picked a perfect time to do this because I just got a massage. My scalp is a little bit greasy from the oil that she was using. And ideally we want to keep this on for at least 2 hours. Sometimes I go to bed with it, cover over my head like a bonnet or something so that it doesn't transfer onto my pillow. Now that your hair is well detangled, you can apply your oil or your mask, or if you decide to make this, you can check out my TikTok because the whole process is on there, along with the infusion and the other video on how to make the oil if you just want the oil. But I'm gonna do the mask because I want that extra moisture. So I'm just gonna put it in. And I like to get the product all over my scalp first, and then I'll show you how to do the massage, the Ayurvedic massage that promotes hair growth. Now that my entire scalp is super greasy, I'm going to show you the Ayurvedic massage that promotes hair growth and all of those benefits that I was talking about. So I like to start right here at the center of my forehead and just focus with like a firm pressure. Make circular motions like that. Do that for like about 30 seconds. Then I take 4 fingers and place it on top of my head, and this spot right here I focus on for 30 seconds. This is my favorite part of my hair routine. Then you take 8 fingers, so another 4 fingers from where you started. That's right here. And you're gonna focus right there for another 30 seconds. Firm pressure. You're gonna feel your face get hot. That's all the blood flow just flowing to your face and to your head. And that's good. Now you're gonna keep going all the way down. And then lastly, at the base. I also like to focus on the back, like behind my ears. That's where I usually experience a lot of tension with my migraines, so that just feels good in general, but it's also promoting hair growth. And now, the most important spot, I know us girlies, we love our slick back hairstyles, but it's very damaging for your hair. And I hear so many of us talking about how it's like receding our hairlines. So I take extra of my oil or souffle, whatever I'm using, and I focus it on my temples. Because naturally our hair is already very thin and fragile in this area, so I like to really work in the oil and massage it in that spot. Then I just kind of go all over my head, make sure I didn't miss any spots. Once I finished my massage and I'm sweating from how much I was working, I take my hair to the front, just give it a quick little neat brush, and I like to take additional product and add it into my ends. This helps any like heat damage or like environmental damage or just like dryness from the weather in general. Just work it into the ends. Now that pretty much all of my hair is covered in the souffle, I'm gonna put it back into a protective style. My go-to is a braid, and I'm just gonna let that marinate in my scalp for a few hours until I'm ready to take an everything shower. When I wash it off, I'm just gonna shampoo twice to make sure that all of the excess oils are off of my scalp and just continue my routine like normal. Another key part of my beauty routine is making sure I get enough protein. Now, this isn't something that I put on my skin or my hair, but it really benefits my skin and my hair health because protein is one of the building blocks of collagen, which stimulates your skin elasticity, that plumpness that you get, and it also strengthens and nourishes your hair. Of course, I forgot to film me putting in the collagen powder. Two of my favorites that I rotate between is this Winged Women's Health one. My mom is actually friends with the owner and she hooked us up big time with this Morning Skin and Adaptogen's Glow Powder. So it has collagen, lion's mane mushroom, maca, Siberian ginseng, shatavari, and vitamin B12. All of these things are amazing for your skin, and it combines all of these in like the perfect dosage to stimulate new internal collagen production. So this one is really good. I try to have this in the morning because that maca powder gives you energy. I like taking maca powder instead of coffee because I'm trying to stay away from caffeine, but that's a different video. Another collagen that I like to bounce between is this Ancient Nutrition collagen powder. I got it on sale actually at Sprouts, and this was such a steal because originally it was $35 and I got it on sale for like $16. So your health is an investment. Looking good is an investment, and the things that you put in your body directly show in your skin and your hair and tell you how good your health is. And collagen is also very important for your joints and your gut. It promotes healthy gut microflora, reduces joint discomfort, and it also reduces the appearance of crow's feet, so that those wrinkles around your eyes. All in this smoothie, guys. Now, I know it looks gross, but hear me out. It actually tastes really good. If you're not a big fan of like healthy smoothie drinks, just like add honey or add dates because that sweetens it up quite a bit, or agave, just like avoid sugar. Like don't add sugar into the natural smoothie, come on. But I love it. A little crunchy because my blender doesn't work so good, but 10 out of 10. A little bit of time has passed since, but the last part of my routine, I try to do this in the morning because it's better to do in the morning. It's dry brushing. Dry brushing is really good for lymph drainage, improves circulation, reducing cellulite on the body, and also detoxifying the skin by removing dead skin cells so your skin is able to breathe better. Honestly, my skin gets so soft and just looks so much smoother and healthier when I dry brush. So the way you dry brush, I'll put up the map or the direction that you're supposed to follow somewhere here. So this brush I got from Target, I think it's by Eco Tools. And I just do it before I go in the shower. I start up from my neck and you're just supposed to brush this direction. It's pretty simple, it's nothing crazy. I just do it for a few minutes before I shower and it feels like, I'm scratching my skin with this brush. You get used to it. It's crazy because when you look at the brush after, there's all of this like dust coming off, but it's actually your dead skin cells. The number one compliment I get all the time, I know I already said that, but the other compliment I get a lot is that my skin is so smooth, and this really contributes to it. Dry brushing and afterwards using like a good body oil or lotion with few toxic ingredients as possible is really good for your skin. That's it for tonight. I'll see you later once my hair is washed and I'll finish this video.